The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition.
With SRN Sports, I'm Ron DeRockstra. Yankees win for the third straight day at home, 5-0 over Houston, and move within one victory of their first trip back to the World Series since 2009. Astros starting and losing pitcher Dallas Keuchel says they need to find a way to solve the Yankees after dropping 3 straight in the Bronx.
Playoff brings a different animal, different challenges, different obstacles you have to overcome, and it just seemed like we didn't make the necessary adjustments these last 3 games. So we'll look to make some adjustments and figure out what we need to do.
Game 6 in Houston Friday. Justin Verlander for the Astros against Luis Severino for New York. Cubs beat the Dodgers 3-2, keep their playoff hopes alive. Javier Baez with a pair of solo homers for the Cubs. Cubs manager Joe Madden ejected for the second time in this series. This is SRN Sports. NBA action last night. Indiana beat Brooklyn 140-131. Pacers' highest point total.
Listen to Clarksville's greatest hits anytime online at WJZM1400.com. This is the Big 1400 WJZM.
Millions of dollars in income tax benefits aimed at low-income Canadians are going unclaimed every year.
How's it going, eh?
Will we see a tax reform bill this year?
I don't know the answer to that. It won't be for our lack of trying.
Each of these cards contains a detailed scenario of a possible apocalyptic event.
The word that best describes today is Thursday.
We're going to keep our jobs in America.
I love this country as much as the next guy.
Not if the next guy's me.
Now let's get this party started.
Yeah, baby.
Showtime.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. It is 51 degrees. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Matt Lauer's alleged misdeeds said to have been among the worst-kept secrets around the halls of NBC in New York.
In firing Matt Lauer, NBC News Chairman Andrew Lack said the sexual misconduct complaint he received Monday was the first he'd gotten about the Today Show anchor in 20 years, but he hinted there was evidence of others. Before the day was out, the Hollywood trade paper Variety published the accounts of several others. All spoke on condition of anonymity. Variety says Lauer's conduct was not a secret inside NBC. Warren Levinson, New York.
The White House says President Trump retweeted several controversial videos in order to promote strong borders and strong national security.
That's what White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said in defending the president's posting of videos purporting to show violence being committed by Muslims. Asked about the authenticity of the content, Sanders said, whether it's a real video, the threat is real. The videos were first posted by an extreme British group and have been condemned by a spokesman for the British Prime Minister.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. Also at SRNnews.com, Russia and Egypt have inked a deal allowing Russian warplanes to use Egyptian air bases. It would allow Moscow to increase its foothold in North Africa and the Middle East. North Korea releasing dozens of photos of its newest missile. Experts conclude that if it's loaded with a nuclear warhead, it could hit the U.S. West Coast. Presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner has been questioned in the Russia investigation. The AP reporting that, among other things, Kushner was asked if he has any evidence that could clear former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. A scheduling glitch has left American Airlines scrambling to find pilots to operate thousands of flights over the busy Christmas holiday. On Wall Street, Dow futures up 92 points, and this is SRN News. Barbie supports same-sex marriage.
The iconic doll has worn a lot of different outfits over the course of its 58-year history, and now Mattel has dressed her in a Love Wins t-shirt. The company has posted an Instagram photo of two Barbies sitting together wearing the shirt emblazoned with the motto homosexual activists used in their successful campaign to see same-sex marriage legalized. Homosexual bloggers and websites are cheering the picture. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
The Mississippi Supreme Court is considering the issue of child custody in a lesbian divorce case. A lower court judge ruled during the divorce that one woman was not a parent, granting those rights to the anonymous sperm donor and full custody to the other woman. The Supreme Court's 2015 ruling legalizing same-sex marriage across the land is causing problems for state and local courts. The decision did not address issues related to same-sex divorce, and each court is having to work out the details for itself. This is SRN News. The Supreme Court, after hearing arguments in a phone privacy case, suggested it might limit the government's ability to track Americans through their communication devices.
The issue revolves around a case in which investigators acquired months of cell phone tower information without a search warrant. That data helped them place robbery suspect Timothy Carpenter in the vicinity of a string of robberies in Michigan and Ohio. Chief Justice John Roberts says the question is whether the information is accessible without a warrant. 5 of the 9 justices are suggesting they'd be willing to extend the constitutional protection against unreasonable searches to information that police collect from cell phone towers. Jackie Quinn, Washington.
An attorney for veteran Congressman John Conyers says the 88-year-old Democrat will fight allegations of sexual misconduct involving a former female staffer and will not resign. More details at srnnews.com.
Loans. Heritage Bank. Those are the only 3 words you need to know if you need a car or boat or RV or storage building or pool or new garage or lawnmower or 4-wheeler or vacation. Or, well, you get the picture, right? Picture yourself with a loan from Heritage Bank and that special something that you've been wanting. Call or stop by your local Heritage Bank office today. Loans from Heritage Bank.
NMLS number 431499. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bankwithheritage.com.
The Big 1400 WJZM radio, Clarksville area weather, mostly cloudy today. You might see a shower or so, not anything of any significance, but rain this morning. Then we should have some drying off. Maybe even the sun will peek through this afternoon. Expect a high today of around 64, clear, 36 for an overnight low. And for Friday, a little cooler, 58 for an expected high, but mostly sunny and pleasant heading into the first weekend in December. Currently, we're at 51 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city already and the county already very busy this morning. We do have a major accident on the 101st Parkway. It's near Whitfield Road, so be on the lookout for that. It has traffic in a terrible snarl out that way. Looks like 41A Fort Campbell busy in a couple of spots, 48 and 13. If you're coming into the city from the county, busy in a couple of spots as well. Whitfield Road, not Whitfield, Rossview Road, and the MLK 76 connector, very busy at the moment. Also, 79 out in St. Bethlehem is busy as well. Once again, there is a major accident on the 101st Parkway, and it is close to Whitfield Road, so you'll want to avoid that area if at all possible for the next hour or so. Now, if you're headed to Nashville this morning, 24 does look fairly good all the way into the Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Well, good morning. It's starting to get busy out here now as they work an accident there at Ellington Parkway at Spring Street. It's already busy down Ellington from the top to the bottom. Heavy out here 65 south at Trinity Lane, 24 westbound as you come up by OHB to moving that minor accident. 40 picking up out of Wilson County this morning, headed down through Mount Juliet. Dr. Elizabeth Baker at Maryland Farms Chiropractic. She specializes in headaches, migraines. Give her a call at 309-8279. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together this morning and the latest national news, all brought to you by Heritage Bank here on the Big 1400 WJZM. It is 7:08. It is Thursday. Today is the 30th day of the month. I think we're getting close to December. And it is time now for the Thursday morning edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is Thursday. It is the final day of November, and it is a Teacher Thursday. Ooh. And when someone comes from Caramel, or Carmel, is one of the three. Somebody's going to tell us how to pronounce that. It's
Carmel.
It's Carmel?
Carmel Elementary.
It's a cake.
No, you're talking about caramel.
Well, somebody's going to tell us. Anyway, it is Teacher Thursday, and we've got someone coming in from Carmel High School. I think it's Carmel. I think Elise Shelton told me it's Carmel.
I remember her saying it, but I think it's Carmel.
Either way, we'll get it right. You know, it's Thursday, and we're going to have a great time today. Right. Good morning, Clarksville. The big 1400 WJZM radio. Right now we're at 51 degrees. Maybe some light rain in some areas of Clarksville. Expect a high today of around 64. That rain should go away by lunchtime today. On the way this hour, Sports Now update with Justin Swallows at 7:20, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Musically with some Otis Redding, Requested Three Dog Night, and Joni Mitchell are on the way.
Joni Mitchell?
Yeah. Did I suddenly develop a speech impediment? And
I caught you off guard when I did that. You
what's
just
wrong
gave me
with,
this look
I
like,
mean, what's wrong with
what
Joni?
the heck? What are you talking about? Who?
You're the one that picked this stuff out, you know.
I don't.
And tell me what
The program director does.
Oh, the principal?
Yeah, the principal.
Okay.
The assistant principal.
Yeah, but the assistant principal has to approve it, though.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you get that approved?
She's listening.
Did you get Joni Mitchell approved?
I'll have to get a waiver. I'll get a waiver for it.
You will?
Yeah.
Well, I'll throw something out there. You think I'll get a waiver?
Probably not, because you'll be going with Uriah Heep. You know.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Time for some birthdays. Kathy Kaylee Coelco is 32. She is on The Big Bang Theory. Elisha Cuthbert is 35. That's Kiefer's hot daughter on 24. She's also in Old School. Clay Aiken is 39. Amy Ryan is 48. She's from The Office. Ben Stiller is 52. Ryan Murphy is 52. He is the creator of Scream Queens and American Horror Story and Glee and Nip Tuck. Bo Jackson is 55.
Bo.
That's
Bo
right.
knows.
Multi-sport athlete.
Bo.
Yep. First man selected for both the Major League Baseball All-Star Game and the NFL Pro Bowl.
He and Joni Mitchell both tried out, right? Oh.
Leave Joni Mitchell alone. Leave her where she... Billy Idol is 62.
With a rebel yell, she cried more and more and more. Oh.
Mandy Patinkin. And I said, oh, wow, Mandy Patinkin is 65. Inigo Montoya. And John said, huh? And I said, I'm not going to even bother to try to explain who Inigo Montoya is, because you'll be going,
You know, they say he's such a jerk.
Mandy Patinkin?
Yeah.
I can see that.
He's a good actor. I mean, I do like him. But, I mean, they all, everything I've ever read, they talk like he's just the biggest jerk on the earth.
It's interesting because a lot of the actors who have the reputation or their craft down, that they're very good actors, have been known. I didn't know to be jerks. I did not. Ed Norton is another one.
Who?
Ed Norton.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that about him.
He's a jerk. And some of them can be very prima donnas.
Yeah.
You know, and so. Ridley Scott. Wow.
He's 92.
Ridley Scott is 80.
How many more aliens he can pump out?
You know, he directed Alien, Gladiator, Blade Runner, Thelma and Louise, Hannibal, Black Hawk Down, Robin Hood, Prometheus, Alien: The Covenant. Man, I did not know.
He has quite the resume, doesn't he?
Yeah, I did not know. Yeah, and they all have this genre of action, you know.
Yeah.
I did not know he was 80. G. Gordon Liddy is 87. Remember him?
What nutter?
Say Watergate. 26 days until Christmas, 16 days until Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Oh. And now, in case you missed the trailer, you've got 156 days to wait until Avengers: The Infinity War, the movie, hits the big screen.
How many?
156. But who's counting?
I'll forget all about it by then.
Oh, no, I'll remind you.
Oh, you will, I'm sure.
I'll remind you.
Every day I'll hear it.
No, what I'll do is I'll take some Joni Mitchell and I'll say Joni Mitchell. Every time we play, you know, you have a cue. So Joni Mitchell.
Oh, it's 139 days.
Yeah, and you'll think of the Avengers movie.
Oh.
I'll say Joni Mitchell, and you'll say 142 days till the Avengers.
Oh, I see. You're going to be subliminal messages. Joni Mitchell.
Because I don't want you to miss this movie.
Well, I need to check on Jimmy Troglin, too.
Don't worry about Jimmy. Jimmy's
it's going to get cold next week.
Oh, yeah. It's going to really get cold.
I need to make sure he's got an extra jacket.
And he's probably still in line.
I know he is.
Waiting on the last Jedi.
Yeah.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. Chuck and John, it is Thursday. It is a Teacher Thursday on the Big 1400.
WJZM, Clarksville.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. Light rain in some areas of Clarksville, 51 degrees. Expect a high today of around 64. We told you yesterday about those upside-down Christmas trees that are selling for $1,000.
Why would you want to buy an upside-down Christmas tree? I do not understand that at all.
Yeah, people are selling that. They're selling for as much as $1,000, though, to be fair, mostly to idiots. But anyway, I just want you to know the next time you feel like our society is evolving into a positive direction.
Yes.
Please refer to the previous statement.
Oh, okay.
Upside down Christmas trees are selling for $1,000. So you'll know.
Not I.
All right. Back in the day, 130 years ago in 1887, the first softball game was played. It originated in Chicago and was originally called indoor baseball. They used a broomstick for a bat and a boxing glove for a ball.
Is that yes or BS?
No.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That's a yes.
That is a yes.
Okay.
That is a yes. 77 years ago, 1940, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz were married. They divorced in 1960, 20 years later. 49 years ago, in 1968, Diana Ross and the Supremes had a #1 hit with the naughty Love Child.
Ooh, that was.
40 years ago, 1977, David Bowie performed a duet with Bing Crosby.
Oh.
And they had a Christmas song. They sang Little Rum-Bum-Bum, Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
33 years ago in 1984, John's favorite song by Elmo and Patsy was released.
Oh, that is one I will not. I refuse to play that one.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I request it. I will not play
13 years ago in 2004, Ken Jennings. Remember that name? He was on Jeopardy. He ended his 74-game winning streak on Jeopardy. His earnings on the show totaled an incredible $3,022,700.
You could just say that's a lot of money.
Yeah, over $3 million.
That's a lot of money.
Over $3 million. Let's just say over $3 million. Okay. And 10 years ago, in 2007, legendary motorcycle stuntman Evel Knievel died in Florida. He was 69.
What did he do? Try to jump over his own grave?
No, probably not. You know, he was a daredevil.
He went 6 foot under instead of 6 foot over.
Well, his health had caught up with him.
Oh.
You know, all the broken bones and ruptured spleen and all that caught up with him. He was 69.
He was old, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he was
lived longer than I thought he did.
Yeah. Well,
I was thinking he was in like 62.
No, he was 69.
69 when he passed away.
Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Now enrolling students in pre-K through 3rd grade online at powerandgraceacademy.com.
Austin Peay's men's basketball squad showed well in a 79-63 road loss last night on the road against the Big 12's Oklahoma State. The Cowboys were up by 21 points at halftime before the Governors forced 13 second-half turnovers and cut the lead down to 8 with under 12 minutes to play. The margin remained in single digits until a 10-5 OSU run in the final 4 minutes of the ball game. The Govs' top scorer in the loss was freshman guard Dayton Gum with 19 points in 30 minutes of play, and freshman forward Terry Taylor became the first Governor since Chris Horton to record a double-double against a Power 5 opponent, pulling down 10 rebounds and tallying 14 total points. And today is like Christmas morning for a lot of professional golf fans, as 14-time major champion Tiger Woods makes his return to competitive play down in the Bahamas at his Hero World Challenge tournament. Tiger hasn't played competitively in almost a year and is coming off from his 4th back surgery last April. The Hero World Challenge is an invitation-only event reserved for the world's best golfers. There's only one player in the field ranked lower than 32nd in the world, and that is Tiger Woods, who currently stands at number 1,199. Lastly today, we take you to Knoxville, where the disappointment of still not having a new head football coach bled over into a University of Tennessee basketball game last night. The Vols throttled Mercer 84-60 to move to 5-1 on the season, but the crowd was more interested in voicing their displeasure with the UT athletic department's current leadership. Head basketball coach Rick Barnes defended his athletics director, calling the numerous "Fire John Curry" chants heard in Thompson Bowling Arena, quote, unfortunate. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
God's Word is full of life lessons we should all hold dear. Your children can learn those amazing lessons daily at Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. They're certified by the Tennessee Department of Education and offer enrichment courses in Spanish, music, and art. Students of Power and Grace Preparatory Academy also participate in STEAM Fridays, a program concentrating on science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Now offering before and after care spanning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can enroll your child today online at powerandgraceacademy.com or by calling 931-320-9862.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. We've got another Sportsnet update coming your way during the 8 o'clock hour, brought to you by Coffee Break and Cheesecake. It is Thursday with Chuck and John on Good Morning Clarksville. 51 degrees. Rain should taper off by lunchtime, and we expect a high of 64. The sun may peek out later on this afternoon, but it's going to be a little damp today.
That'd be nice.
You know what? Based on the height and the weight of marshmallows. Okay, you know marshmallows?
The big marshmallows?
Yeah.
The big ones.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He would weigh 3.87 million pounds.
Boy, he'd be one heavy dude. 3.87
million pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Well,
no wonder he walks slow.
Yeah, and where would you find...
Lumbered.
Yeah, you'd have to light the whole block on fire to toast him, wouldn't you? Toast that rascal. Yeah.
Have to have some firepower.
Today's show is brought to you by outdated Christmas terms. Really? How many times do you actually say boughs of holly?
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Those are the Castaways. I am Chuck. He is John.
Nobody.
Yeah, he's John.
Hey, Mr. Nobody.
No, you are John. You are somebody.
No,
you are somebody.
Nobody.
You know, we were talking
yesterday.
I'm sorry.
My name is Peter Nobody.
Yeah, no, you're just kind of bummed out about Matt Lauer. You know.
What?
And you're kind of bummed out about Matt Lauer.
No,
we were talking about Matt Lauer being fired yesterday by NBC and how swiftly they acted, but now everything is coming out, and Variety magazine is posting that the results of the 2-month investigation into Matt's behavior, alleging multiple incidents over the years, and you're hearing more people at NBC saying, hey, it was a known fact that he had this thing going on, but NBC did a good job of covering it up, because that was I remember during the Winter Olympics, that's when they came out with that story that he was cheating on his wife.
And that's one of the things they brought up that this was about.
And but we were talking last night, and the thing about Matt Lauer being fired from NBC, it has a lot more significance to a lot more people than Harvey Weinstein or
Garrison.
Charlie
Rose? I thought he was pretty big on the PBS
but he,
side.
remember, he just joined CBS before Charlie Rose. He was on PBS.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was big on the PBS side, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't like Matt. I mean, people.
He wasn't like Matt Lauer.
I mean, how long has Today's Show has been the show? After Brian Gumbel left and Matt Lauer came on the scene.
That's when I quit watching.
After Brian Gumbel left?
Yeah.
No, anyway. But I just think Matt Lauer had more people.
He did.
Or had related to him because he was so affable and he was there. Charlie Rose, I mean, how long has the CBS, that show has been on what? 8, 9 years?
Yeah, several years.
And so then you think about Harvey Weinstein, and nobody knew a whole lot about him because he was behind the scenes.
That's a PBS.
Garrison Keillor was on PBS and Prairie Home Companion. Yeah. But you think about a lot of these people who have been accused of sexual misconduct. Matt Lauer was really a bombshell. Or it wasn't a bombshell now that everything is coming out and the floodgates are opening up. As they talk about his
finding out.
Yeah,
what he was really like.
Yeah, well, and it happened so fast, and you're hearing all these allegations. I'm sorry to hear it. I really am. It happens. Things like this happen, and
they've been happening a lot here lately.
Well, I think they've been happening, but now we've gotten exposed. The exposure is a little different. And so, as well it should be. No is no, and it always has been, and it always should have been. It shouldn't have been that, you could use your power because that threatening this, I read where one lady said she was
give in, I'll fire you.
Yeah, she was afraid that she would get fired. So, of course, she acquiesced to Matt's advances. But anyway, now, who do you think that they need to hire the same search firm that UT is
doesn't have one.
That UT is using to find a coach.
That's the problem. UT does not have a search firm.
Well, they need to hire whoever UT is using.
UT's not using anybody.
They're using John Curry.
Yeah, I guess they could use him. And probably 20 years from now, they still won't have a host.
You don't want to be coach at UT. What about the host of the Today Show?
Well, Lane Kiffin said he would.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He did.
No,
he said, I'll do it.
No, he didn't. He didn't say that.
He came right out and said, I'll do it.
No,
I'll take back over and be twice as good as I was last time and probably stay 2 years instead of 1.
Oh, as they say, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Dance with
Big 1400 WJZM Radio with some Joni Mitchell. Did you know sharks are older than trees?
What is?
Sharks.
Sharks are older than trees. You mean Jaws was here before we had the forest?
Sharks are older than trees. They've been around about 400 million years. Trees have been around only about 350 million.
How did that happen?
Well, scientists, you know, they're able to do all of this stuff and do these surveys.
First.
So, but who knows? 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high of 64. Christmas is nothing without candy. And I mean that with all due respect. We know that Jesus is the reason for the season.
True.
So, happy birthday.
Yes.
I put out my signs yesterday.
Did you?
I did. Christmas is all about Jesus.
Yeah.
I put two in. We always put
one
two
in
out.
each corner?
No, two in the front.
Oh, two in the front.
Cover my double wide.
Yeah.
Fixed up.
Have you got your waiter put up for the winter? Or are you still hoping for a day or two?
I'm going to deflate it. I'm going to deflate it, yeah.
I thought maybe you might hope for a good warm day to get into it before it.
No, I'm afraid the waiters.
You could go ice skating on it.
It's not that big. It's just a little waiter.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
It's Olympic size.
But speaking
waiter.
Christmas, candy is all about Christmas. According to a new study, we'll spend about 1.9, almost $2 billion on Christmas candy this year. And people in every state will spend their share differently. And now, this study found the most popular Christmas candy in every state, and you want the results?
Yes, I would like to hear this.
Red and green M&Ms are the top candy in 8 states. Christmas Pez dispensers and candy also took 8 states. The most traditional Christmas candies finished close behind. Candy canes won 7 states, and peppermint bark won 4 states.
Peppermint bark?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Not that kind of bark?
No.
Oh.
Reindeer corn, which is the candy corn industry's way of staying relevant for an extra month, somehow won in Alabama, Michigan, and Utah. And bravo to North Dakota. They are the only state that decided the best way to celebrate Christmas is to bite the heads off of chocolate Santas.
It's a little cruel, isn't
it? North Dakota ain't got a whole lot to do, you know. They just
bite the head off.
Bring another box of those chocolate Santas over here. Let's bite the heads off. They just take
What do they do with the rest of it? Throw it away?
No, they throw the heads away. And then they
bite the head off
and throw it away.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a waste.
Yeah.
That's a waste.
And then they then they give me another wig. Then they take another swig.
Think so.
Of that.
Might be a little brown water might be included.
Yeah, a little brown water, yes.
Okay.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. We need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Clarksville's original, the Big 1400 WJZM.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Was your New Year's resolution to lose weight, but you haven't been able to accomplish this? Then come to the Doctor's Diet Program at 231 Dover Road. They're open Tuesdays and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Doctor's supervised weight loss can be achieved by following the simple diet plan. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds, the Doctor's Diet Program can help. Call them today at 931-906-5555. That's 931-906-5555.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
There's finally a stress-free, no-risk way to buy a new mattress thanks to Beds Express. With their Triple Z guarantee, there's literally no way you can go wrong. Don't waste another night tossing and turning on your old, worn-out bed. Dive into affordable comfort at Beds Express in Clarksville at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Bellevue at 7643 Highway 70 South, and in Murfreesboro at 2222 Medical Center Parkway. Beds Express, Middle Tennessee's better sleep solution.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru Giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. The Wyatt Johnson Automotive Family in Clarksville.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Looking for a new golf experience? Tired of playing the same old courses? Try Clarksville's newest golf course, the River Club Golf and Learning Center, located along the Red River. The picturesque River Club offers some of the area's best golf, putting greens, and driving ranges. And while you're there, stop by and have lunch in the clubhouse or enjoy some live music in the evenings. It's open to the public and waiting for you. The River Club Golf and Learning Center, Clarksville's premier golf experience. Call the River Club of Clarksville today for more information. 931-919-3200. The River Club of Clarksville.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling coming your way at 7:50 this morning. Brought to you by Copies in a Flash. Clarksville area weather. Cloudy today, 64 for an expected high. We might get a few more sprinkles this morning, but that should taper off by this afternoon. Overnight low of 36. A little cooler tomorrow, but sunny and pleasant. 58 for an expected high. And Saturday, looks like we'll have partly sunny, great 60 for an expected high. Currently, we're at 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville.
Shrimp. What you call me? Shrimp. You did. You don't wear continental clothes or Stetson hats. But I'll tell you one doggone thing. It makes me feel good to know one thing. I know I'm alive. Opinion. That's all right, Mama was. So, and I know that, yeah, I love it all. I know you know what, Otis? What? You're country. It's all right. You straight from the Georgia woods. That's good. You know what? You wear overalls, big old broke iron shoes, and you need a haircut, tramp. Mama, you too. Ooh, I love you. Grandmama. Papa. Make you. Oh, that's all right. But I'm the only son of a gun. On this side of You know what, Otis? I don't care what you say. You're still a tramp. That's right. You haven't even got a fat bankroll in your pocket. You probably haven't even got 25 cents. I got 6 Cadillacs, 5 Lincoln, 4 Ford, 6 Mercury, 3 T-Birds, Mustang. Oh, I'm alive. Prove it by me. My mama was. My papa too. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Tell me. I know the sound of a gun, yeah. Inside of the soul.
Yes, sir, buddy. I can buy you anything you want.
Good tramp.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio with Otis Redding and Carla Thomas. Chuck and John, two tramps, on the Thursday edition of Good Morning Clark. Hey, it is Teacher Thursday. Don't forget, we're going to have someone from Carmel Elementary School.
Carmel.
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 You say caramel. That's a cake.
No,
I say
that's
caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel. Okay. So anyway, all right.
Who knows? It's a school.
Yeah.
And somebody's
Carmel Elementary.
Probably the principal, and we're going to be in trouble.
Usually the principal, at least, will send her. The Big 1400, my stupid story for today.
Oh, no.
There is a device that is called a Faraday cage. And for those of you who don't know, it blocks the electromagnetic fields around a particular object. And that sounds pretty sophisticated and fancy, but apparently you're holding one in your hand every time you eat a bag of Cheetos. Huh? Who knew? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it's insulated. And there was a 60-year-old guy named Tony Colella. He lives in Perth, Australia. And he had a job as an electrician a few years ago.
So
but apparently,
he built a giant Cheeto bag and put people in it?
No. He loved skipping to work and playing golf.
Oh.
But he knew that with today's day and times, he knew that his company could track his location using his cell phone. Oh. So he improvised a Faraday cage to stop them by putting his cell phone in an empty bag of potato chips. And it turns out that the foil lining in the bag does block the GPS signal.
But you know what? If you turn it off, it won't track, right?
I don't know.
I don't think you can track it if you turn it off. I don't think they can tell.
But don't let the intelligence of that move fool you. Tom was still an idiot because even though the company couldn't track his phone in the bag, they could just go to the golf course and see the records for all of Tom's 140 golf outings. Yeah. 140 golf outings on company time.
Oh, ouch.
So Tom's looking for a job.
Tom's unemployed.
And a work commission panel just ruled that the firing was justified. So now Tom is just working as an Uber driver in Australia. Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah.
I think if you'd have just turned the thing off, though, it would have
I don't know how that... I'm not that
I think
smart.
it would have done the same thing.
Well, you had to help me this morning send a text. So, you know what I know.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
It's an acquired thing.
It is. The Big 1400 WJ. Yeah, you have to keep doing it. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash.
Chris Darrington finding his spot with the Tennessee basketball team. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee beat Mercer Wednesday night at Thompson Bowling Arena. The Vols jumped out to a 46-27 lead at halftime, built that lead to 30 points in the second half, and went on to win at 84-60 to improve to 5-1 on the season. Grant Williams led Tennessee with 21 points. Chris Darrington chipped in 7 points in the win. The junior college transfer is getting more and more minutes as he continues to learn the Tennessee system.
We're all making each other better every single day in practice. We're all fighting, and we're all going to play because that's how we play. We play hard. We play 94 feet. Our style is demanding. It's been really good because we're competing and we're making each other better every single day.
Darrington was slow during preseason practice with an ankle injury. He's getting better on the court as the ankle improves.
It's healing up, probably like 85-90% now. I'm starting to get back. It was tough because it was in the preseason, and you're trying to earn your name, trying to earn your minutes, and I got hurt right around that time. The coaching staff trust me. My teammates told me, don't rush it. Take your time, get back.
Chris Darrington is providing depth and scoring in the Tennessee backcourt. The Vols have their first true road game of the season Sunday, playing at Georgia Tech. Tip-off time is 6 p.m. in Atlanta. In towns across Big Orange Country, there's nothing more special than families coming together during the holiday season. Whether that involves exchanging gifts, working cattle, or hunting, you can rely on your locally owned Farmers Co-op to have the products you need. And now through the end of the year, stop by participating co-op locations for great savings on essentials for the farm, home, and outdoors. Visit ourcoop.com/savings to learn more about holiday savings worth sharing. Co-op, Proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee Lady Vols look to go 7-0 on the season as they host Central Arkansas Thursday night at Thompson Bowling Arena. Tip-off time is 7 p.m. Reporting for the Vol Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
Maintaining a professional appearance in today's competitive market is key to success. Do you have a need for a new logo design? See Copies in a Flash. Their expert team can assist you from start to completion of your logo design. Maybe it's a flyer you need. They can do that as well. Anything to do with print, your local Copies in a Flash can handle it all in a flash. Visit Copies in a Flash at 1841 Business Park Drive in Clarksville. Copies in a Flash offers free delivery. See Copies in a Flash and view all their offerings at copiesinaflash.com. Copies in a Flash says go Big Orange and are proud to support our community.
The Big 1400 WJZM radio, 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of 64, and that rain should be out of the way by lunch today. Well, the powerful conservative Koch brothers are part of that group that just bought Time magazine. Ooh. So, in other words, Donald Trump just became Time's Person of the Year for 2018, 2019, 2020. You know.
Ooh, for the next few years.
Yeah, he's going to have that picture up there. You know, we can watch him age gracefully.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's true. Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct, but I don't want to watch him grace.
Why not?
I just don't want to.
You don't want to?
No, I don't want to. Because Mama told me not to come.
Want some whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea? What's all these crazy questions they're asking me? This is the craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, because I don't want to see. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way that I know. Open up the window. Let some air into this room. I think I'm almost choking from the smell of stale perfume. And that cigarette you're smoking, I'll scare me half to death. Open up the window, sucker. Let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun. Son, that ain't the way to have fun. She said, oh, yeah. The radio is blasting. Someone's knocking at the door. I'm looking at my girlfriend. She passed out on the floor. I've seen so many things I ain't never seen before. Don't know what it is. I don't want to see no more. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said that ain't the way to have fun. Son, that ain't the way to have fun. No.
Today's show is brought to you by Man Products by Mail. Now, just like married guys, we all get something special to look forward to once a month. Or possibly every 6 weeks.
You make
1400 WJZM Radio, 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. A little cross-Atlantic dust-up between President Trump and British Prime Minister Theresa May. It comes after May criticized the president for retweeting several videos. They supposedly show Muslims beating people up and desecrating Christian religious symbols.
So far, there's been no response from Downing Street to the president's direct criticism of the Prime Minister. In his overnight tweet addressed to Mrs. May, Donald Trump told the Prime Minister, "Don't focus on me, focus on the radical terrorism that is taking place within the UK."
That's BBC's Norman Smith. Deputy White House Press Secretary Raj Shah defends the president's tweet.
We think that it's never the wrong time to talk about security and public safety for the American people. Those are the issues he was raising with the tweets.
Fired Today Show host Matt Lauer expressing sorrow and regret, says that repairing the damage is now his full-time job. His first comment since being fired by NBC over allegations of inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Also at SRNnews.com, presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner has been questioned in the Russia investigation.
Kushner's lawyer, Abby Lowell, will only say his client has voluntarily cooperated with all relevant inquiries and will continue to do so. A lawyer for Michael Flynn and a spokesman for special counsel Robert Mueller did not comment when asked if Kushner was interviewed about the former national security advisor. A source says Kushner and multiple White House witnesses have been questioned about Flynn.
That's correspondent Tim McGuire. A 24-year-old suspect in a string of deadly shootings in Tampa in recent weeks will have his first court appearance later today. Howell Donaldson charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. On Wall Street, Dow futures are up 80 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 19. This is SRN News. President Trump prepares to make good on a campaign promise.
Vice President Mike Pence is telling Jewish leaders that Mr. Trump is, quote, actively considering when and how to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Congress passed a measure approving that move back in 1995, but gave the president the option of putting it off. Every president since then has done just that, for fear of offending the Palestinians, who also claim Jerusalem as their capital. President Trump has indicated he's ready to finally make the move. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
A church in western South Dakota is hosting security training following the mass shooting at a Texas church earlier this month. The Rapid City Journal reports the training will be held Friday and Saturday in Box Elder. Participants will learn to identify suspicious individuals, train security teams, and secure a facility. Local police are helping to organize that event. This is SRN News. A thorough inspection of the Keystone Pipeline is planned after one section of the line ruptured in South Dakota.
A company spokesman says they will run the pipeline inspection gauge through its system within a 120-day period ordered by a federal pipeline safety agency. The Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration this week issued a corrective order on the estimated 210,000-gallon oil spill. The report says a weight installed on the pipeline nearly a decade ago may have damaged the pipeline and coating. The order says TransCanada must also submit a proposal to analyze available data on other weight locations for similarities with the leak location. The company disclosed the leak November 16th. Keith Peters reporting.
A senior lawmaker in Moscow says that U.S. media could lose access to government agencies in retaliation for the withdrawal of a Kremlin-funded television station's credentials here in the U.S. More details at srnnews.com.
Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. It's your car, it's your voice. Jackson's Body Shop, the best choice. Dents, stings, major body repair. A freeloaner car, 'cause we really care. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Call 347-6989 or Jackson's.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather. Mostly cloudy after this rain moves out. We should have some clearing by this afternoon. Expect a high of 64, 36, and partly cloudy overnight. Now, tomorrow, temperatures will moderate a little bit. down to around 58 on the first day of December, but it'll be sunny and pleasant. Tomorrow night, 36 for an overnight low, and Saturday up to 60 degrees with partly sunny skies. Currently, we're at 52 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at our traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county very busy at the moment as we move around the city and the county. 41A out at Fort Campbell, very busy. 79 Woodlawn, very busy. Looks like there is still heavy traffic on the 101st Parkway. The accident that was there earlier has now been cleaned up, but it has left some heavy traffic behind as a result of the accident. So you just have to take your time as you move through that area. 79 St. Bethlehem, very busy. Riverside Drive, New Providence Boulevard, College Street, all busy. 41A Sango, very busy. And the 48 and 13, well, if you're headed into the city from the county, prepare to take a little extra time that way as well. It is very slow with lots of heavy traffic. Now, if you're headed to Nashville this morning, 24 does look good. It is very busy, though. So let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. With this rain out here, give yourself extra travel time, especially coming down the interstate there on 40 East from Dixon County. You're going to run into quite a bit of that rain. Wrecks out here 40 East at OHB, out in West Nashville. Apache Trail and Haywood Lane should be clear hopefully in a few minutes. Checking a wreck up north, 24 eastbound at the 37-mile marker. Earn your massage diploma in 6 months. Call the Nashville School of Massage Therapy at 905-4141. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning on the Big 1400 WJZM. It is 8:08. It is the 30th of November, and that means it's time for hour number 2 of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is Teacher Thursday. It is Carmel Elementary School, and Roseanne Sanford is.
No.
She's the principal. She's the principal, and she's going to talk.
Hold on.
You win, John. You did. You got it right.
I apologize.
We have to be on our best behavior because the principal is here.
I don't want to get sent to the.
But we're going to talk with Miss Sanford, and she's going to tell us everything we ever wanted to know, but we're afraid to ask about Carmel. Carmel. Anyway.
I've already done it to him.
Yeah,
I threw it in his ear. Carmel.
Stop. Okay? So just get ready.
Okay.
Right here on the Big 1400. WJZM.
For you, 14 JZM.
Big 1400, WJZM Radio with Madonna, Chuck, and John, and it is Teacher Thursday here on the Big 1400, and we're glad to have Roseanne Sanford from Carmel High School. Carmel Elementary School. She is the principal. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Did I tell you that you're also on TV?
No.
You're on YouTube, right there.
Oh,
look over there. See?
I do. I see.
Yeah, you see? Wave to everybody.
It's my first time on YouTube. This is exciting.
Elise is looking.
Good morning, Elise.
She's looking, So, welcome. Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
Good. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
Wonderful one.
Good.
Lots of food.
You said your brother came in. Your brother and I, you reacquainted me as to who you are. Your brother and I used to play in a band together years ago, and we had a great time. And I've often wondered where he was, and you brought me up to speed on where Phil is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I have to wait because I see Tommy all the time and talk to him almost every day about something. And I have to, Tommy Armistead, you remember?
Absolutely, I know Tommy.
Yeah, and so I have to tell Tommy that, Phil's sister was on the show. And
that's kind of the great thing about Clarksville is that lots of people around here and there's lots of wonderful connections.
Yeah, it is. And you can make those connections and continue to grow those guys. So you said you opened Carmel. First of all, it's not Carmel, it's Carmel. Carmel, John, right? And you were right. I was wrong because I thought it was Carmel, but it's Carmel.
Carmel, and Mount Carmel Methodist Church is just down the road from us. And at one time, there was an old elementary school called Carmel Elementary, that little community.
So that community is called the Carmel community?
At one time.
Yeah, and so that's why the school, of course, named. So the school is 15 years old?
No, we opened in 2012.
Oh, okay. So you all are relatively new.
A new school.
Yeah. So how long have you been with the Montgomery County, Clarksville Montgomery County School System?
Oh, a long time.
Okay. And you've been a principal for how long?
About 14 years.
Okay. And but you had a chance to open Carmel High School. Carmel Elementary. What do I want to call it? Because we've been having the high schools on, and I can't get that we now have an elementary school. So that is not our newest elementary school.
No, there are two newer ones.
Okay.
Pisgah and Oakland.
Yeah, but you're still relative. You still got that new school smell.
We do.
So what's different about Carmel Elementary School?
Well, I don't know that it's different, but what makes...
Is it unique?
It is very unique. We have a wonderful community. We like to think of ourselves as a 21st century school with an old school community.
A little of both?
A little of both. We have a very supportive community. We have a very active PTO. We have teachers that go out of their way to work with our children. And we have a lot of community involvement.
So when did you know that you wanted to be a teacher?
When I was about 5 or 6 years old. I grew up in education.
So
my parents were educators.
So yeah, I remember that. So you were bossing people around when you were young.
And I have honed that, and I'm really good at that skill now. Ask my husband.
You got it down pat now, for sure.
I've got it down pat.
Yeah, good. The idea of when did you know you wanted to get out of the classroom and get into administration?
It just kind of happened, fortunately.
Yeah.
And I missed the classroom, but I have the best of both worlds now.
Yeah, it would seem like if you have a heart for the classroom, and then but you also you see this call of being an administrator, but you can kind of mix the two. Like you said, you have the best of both.
I do.
Yes, you do, at Carmel Elementary School. And you all are located on Sango, in the Sango?
Out Sango Road, right past Eastland Green Golf Course.
Okay. And you all you said you're, a couple of miles from Robertson County and Cheatham County?
Right.
So you all are furthest, our school that's further south?
Right.
Going towards Nashville?
If you're on I-24, you can see us at about mile marker 16.
Okay. So, you have been an educator for a number of years. What have you seen change about education? The technology aspect of it?
Absolutely.
The advent of the computer?
Absolutely. The children are very accustomed to it. They know how to use it. They know what to do, and they are often at my side going, "Here, Miss Sanford, let me help you." because they are it's native to them.
Yeah, and I guess, Ms. Sanford, incorporating that into the curriculum is a challenge.
It is, especially for some of the old-timers like me, but we have a staff that has embraced it. Our district's very fortunate. They supply academic coaches and technology coaches to all the schools. So we have someone that we can call to help us and keep us innovative and give us great ideas of ways we can use technology.
And then, you know, we've had a number of teachers on, and that's one of the things they talk about is having a support staff.
Absolutely.
Having a support staff on site and having a support staff that can come in and help you all apply some of this technology to make it work in the classroom.
Yes. We're doing exciting things. We have a green screen, so we do lots of practicing of communication skills, which is a 21st century skill, by being in front of the green screen. And then we can put in backdrops in the back. We do weather forecasts that way and lots of fun things.
You want us, John, we'll come down and do a weather forecast for you.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
When would you like to come? We do a news show on our closed circuit television every morning, so you're invited.
An elementary school with a closed circuit TV?
Yes, sir.
How cool is that?
Very.
Schools have changed.
Schools have changed a lot.
The elementary. As you look ahead to the technology, I guess it's constant. So one day you're going to have to ride off into the sunset. You know that, don't you?
Yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, I mean, it's the reality.
It is the reality. We all are going to do that one day.
We're going to ride off into the sunset, and you can still, keep your hand busy. But we're talking with Roseanne Sanford. She's the principal at Carmel Elementary School. This is Teacher Thursday here on the Big 1400. Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Coffee Break and Cheesecake.
WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
This Sports Now update is presented by Coffee Break and Cheesecake at 1191 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Suite F, where they serve homemade cheesecakes made with only the finest ingredients.
Austin Peay's men's basketball squad showed well in a 79-63 road loss last night on the road against the Big 12's Oklahoma State. The Cowboys were up by 21 points at halftime before the Governors forced 13 second-half turnovers and cut the lead down to 8 with under 12 minutes to play. The margin remained in single digits until a 10-5 OSU run in the final 4 minutes of the ball game. The Govs' top scorer in the loss was freshman guard Dayton Gum with 19 points in 30 minutes of play, and freshman forward Terry Taylor became the first Governor since Chris Horton to record a double-double against a Power 5 opponent, pulling down 10 rebounds and tallying 14 total points. And today is like Christmas morning for a lot of professional golf fans as 14-time major champion Tiger Woods makes his return to competitive play down in the Bahamas at his Hero World Challenge tournament. Tiger hasn't played competitively in almost a year and is coming off from his 4th back surgery last April. The Hero World Challenge is an invitation-only event reserved for the world's best golfers. There's only one player in the field ranked lower than 32nd in the world, and that is Tiger Woods, who currently stands at number 1,199. Lastly today, we take you to Knoxville, where the disappointment of still not having a new head football coach bled over into a University of Tennessee basketball game last night. The Vols throttled Mercer 84-60 to move to 5-1 on the season, but the crowd was more interested in voicing their displeasure with the UT athletic department's current leadership. Head basketball coach Rick Barnes defended his athletics director, calling the numerous "Fire John Curry" chants heard in Thompson Bowling Arena, quote, unfortunate. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
How does a quality cup of coffee and a delicious hunk of homemade cheesecake sound right now? It should sound like a trip to Coffee Break and Cheesecake. They're the home of the area's best homemade cheesecake and naturally sourced coffee from the Dominican Republic. Stop in today and choose a slice from their huge list of options, including vegan and gluten-free choices. At Coffee Break and Cheesecake, they make everything with the best available ingredients, and they're waiting to serve you now at 1191 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Suite F, just past Dover Crossing.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where a Sports Now update comes your way at 9:20 this morning, brought to you by Mr. Appliance. On the Big 1400 right now, we've got things to do with Roseanne Sanford. She's the principal at Carmel Elementary School. Tell us about community involvement at your school. That seems to be something that the majority of the schools that we've had on so far, they take a lot of pride in the community involvement and the innovative things that they have going on to get the parents and the community involved.
First, we have a very strong PTO. And in our 5 short years, we have that tradition. They come in, they do lots of fundraisers, they raise quite a bit of money, and all of it goes right back into our building. This year, they were able to purchase 30 iPads and an iPad card for us, as well as lots of materials for our STEM program that we have that goes on. And they sponsor field trips and do a lot of things for
What is
our
your
children.
nickname?
What is my nickname?
The school.
The school. We're the Colts.
The Colts.
The Carmel
Okay.
Colts.
Carmel Colts, okay.
So our PTO and all the families that work with that really have built a very strong program that supports the school. Then we do a lot of things. Our teachers do, our music department, our fine arts department, that have families that come in. We're getting ready for our Christmas musical. It will involve our drama club and our honor choir. We have family read nights where lots of people come in. And over the summer, we actually open up our library to our community every other week so that we can keep books in the hands of our children. And our community greatly supports that.
That's a good idea. So that during the summer, they'll have something to keep them grounded and relevant to the school. Right. And they read.
And we're pretty far out in the county, so having the library right there where they can come in, have activities, check out books, use the computers has been extremely beneficial to the community.
You'll have limited hours on every other week when they during the summer when they can come in.
Morning until noon, 9 until noon.
Yeah, you're going to be. That's good. Tell us about the STEM program. I'm always in. I know it stands for science, technology, and
engineering,
math.
And math.
Okay.
Well, we're very proud of our STEM program. It's very integrated into the daily life in our school. Any classroom you go in, you can see evidence of STEM, of science, of technology. In our reading classes, we read about scientists. We read about all the different kinds of science. So that ties right back over into the science class. So we integrate reading and science. Math is always integrated. Our art teacher integrates art into it, so it becomes STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Art and math, yeah.
Right.
Put that A in there.
And right now, we are in the process of becoming a STEM certified school through the state of Tennessee.
That's good. Is that on an individual basis? Each school has to go through a certain criteria?
Yes.
Meet a certain criteria.
Meet a certain criteria. It's very stringent.
Yeah.
We've been working for last year and the beginning of this year to make sure that we meet those qualifications and that we are doing things the right way for STEM.
Yeah. You looking forward to the holidays?
Very much so.
Yeah. You said that you've got, y'all are getting ready for your Christmas program, I guess.
Yes.
Which will end.
December the 14th, we're having a huge musical.
And that will be at what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. And you'll do that. The idea, Ms. Sanford, that elementary school, it's not your grandma's elementary school anymore, is it?
No, it's not.
How has it changed?
Well, technology has been a huge driving force of that change. Daily in our classrooms, children have their hands on iPads from our 3-year-old class through our 5th graders.
Do you have pre-K?
I do have a special needs pre-K. And my special needs pre-K uses the computers and iPads just like everyone else. Through 5th grade, we have, we are not one-on-one with our computers, but we are pretty close to that. So they are being used every day. That's one of the biggest differences from our grandparent school.
Yeah, and that technology, as you said, the interesting thing about that is that a lot of them come to elementary school knowing already the pad. They know.
Yes, they do.
And they it's amazing that they might not know a lot of phonics or how to read, but they know how to get on that keyboard and play games, and they know how to call somebody or text.
Exactly. They've got that swipe down.
Yeah, and so that is something, being able to get them excited about coming to school, and acclimating them into an environment that uses computers, that uses some of these high tech is important.
Yes. You know, when we were in school, we did a lot of memorizing, memory of list and all those things. Nowadays,
you know your twos, you know your 2 times, you know your 4 times, you know, and
exactly.
You know, okay, you will know that you're up to your 4 times by this period.
Right, and it's still very important that they have that math fact fluency, but even better is that they know how to research and where to go to find answers, and look things up and know how to maneuver, and then use what they find for evaluation.
You remember every home, when we were growing up, every home had World Book?
Oh, absolutely. We had a white set with a green
with
spine.
The green, yeah. I think we started out because there was a competition between World Book and Britannica.
Yes.
And we had World Book in the red, and we had Britannica, and it seemed like it was, I don't remember what color, but I remember we had the encyclopedias. And as you said, being able to go and find out, now it's right there in front of you.
Exactly.
You know, Google it,
yes.
and they know how to do that.
Absolutely, they know how to research. It's opened a new world to them.
Yeah, and the libraries are different.
Absolutely.
Because I would think that you talked about communication, writing letters, writing it's not writing in cursive. Is that a big deal still?
Writing in cursive?
Yes.
It is. It's not like it was with hours of practice that we used to do. But we still teach it. We prefer to put our focus on writing.
Period.
Not handwriting, but writing. Opinion, informative, narrative writing.
Do they? So they still use notebook paper?
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought that everything was on the computer, and they were, keep putting it in the keypad, texting and emailing. But
we do a lot of that too, but we still pull out notebook, paper, and a pencil every day.
Yeah, and that's part of it. We're talking with Roseanne Sanford. She's the principal at Carmel Elementary School. The school community itself. You all are a feeder to what high school, or what middle school?
Most of our students go to Rossview.
Rossview.
But we do have a small portion that go to Richview.
Okay. So between those two schools. Right. And so they get a chance to, up to 5th grade.
Correct.
And then when they get a chance to visit those schools.
In the spring, we take trips over.
And they get a chance to see what their classes are going to be.
Yes.
And where they want to go. Back to the STEM idea, how did that come about, and how do you continue to make that something that they'd be interested in?
Well, we started working on STEM. That was a pet project of Dr. Worthington, our former director of schools. And he and some people that he had at central office really promoted it and said, let's really look into this. And it's exciting, and it's energizing, and it makes sense that we integrate what we're doing, that we don't live in little silos, so we don't need to teach in silos. We integrate the math and the science. We encourage children to explore lots of different types of careers through STEM, and we keep it fresh by the different things that we do.
Yeah. And then I guess, because that means that sometimes when the kids aren't there, you all are being refreshed as educators.
Absolutely. I study every day.
Yeah.
There is not a day goes by that I don't have to personally do some studying and do some research so that I can keep up with the growing 21st century skills.
What's your enrollment at Carmel?
Yesterday, I think we were at 630 students. I think I'm pretty close to that.
Where are you supposed to? Is that about right?
That's about right. We could handle about another 100 students, so I've got a little bit of growth room right now. But we grow every year. Matter of fact, we grew 2 new students yesterday.
It's interesting that they continue to grow the way that Clarksville is such a. I was thinking there's some schools that are a lot more transitory than others, aren't there?
Yes. I used to be principal over at Hazelwood. There was a lot of transition going on in that building at that time. Not so much at our building, but still, we have children coming and going weekly.
Yeah. I was just wondering, because you see some of those kids, those schools, and especially further north,
yes,
a lot of those would be more transitory.
Well, Clarksville's a growing community, as you and I both know.
It is, and that's a good thing.
It is.
That's a good thing, and the diversity changes. The dynamics of that diversity change each year or each day, really. Yes. And we look at how Clarksville has grown, and we think about that. And but you all are headed right towards that Nashville corridor, and that's part of it, you know.
Correct.
Yeah. Roseanne Sanford is our guest. She is the principal of Carmel Elementary School. We need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
WJZM.
Are you stressed out about a receding hairline or tired of daily watching handfuls of hair float down the drain? Eliminate hair loss and grow new hair with the all-new Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Over-the-counter shampoos are damaging your scalp and causing hair loss with harsh detergents. Vermax offers natural, botanically based solutions to clean your scalp, prevent hair loss, open up pores, and reestablish hair follicles. Don't be bald. Call Vermax today at 866-620-6000 to get that lush, healthy head of hair you've always wanted. Eliminate hair loss with Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Loss Restoration Tonic. Call Vermax today at 866-620-6000. Call 866-620-6000 now.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville, Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
It's the Black Friday sales event at Matthews Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Clarksville. Get up to $750 on months-in bonus cash now on select models. It's the final days to save thousands on a new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500 at GaryMatthewsMotors.com. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months with approved credit, plus $1,000 on new Ram, new Cherokee, new Charger, and new Pacifica. New Cherokee or new Compass, $18,990. New Renegade, $15,900. Or $5,000 off the MSRP on a new Pacifica. Named a Reader's Digest Best Buy. Need cash? We'll buy your car. Military, get an extra $500 and pay no tax. Buy with confidence, because Gary Matthews won the best place to buy a car at the Best of Clarksville Awards. Hurry to Gary Matthews Motors, serving you for over 40 years. Stock number 422111, all prices plus tax, time, and license. 2 or more at this price. $657 processing fee included. Dealer to retain rebates. Military offer restricted to full-time personnel stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, or Tennessee-based military facilities. Ends 12/4/17.
Here's a special program note for viewers of WCKV-TV. As you may have heard, WCKV-TV, Clarksville's only broadcast TV station, has moved to Charter Channel 6. They're also looking into opportunities to do more local programming to serve you better, so please stay tuned to WCKV Charter Channel 6 for some changes. WCKV-TV will continue airing on CDE Lightband Channel 12 and over-the-air Channel 21.1. Channel 21 is a free service. WCKV-TV, engaging, inspiring, and uniting all of Montgomery County and beyond. Unique by design. WCKV-TV, Clarksville. Clarksville Online is where you'll find the latest in Clarksville area news, weather, sports, and current events. Depend on Clarksville Online for crime reports and special events, Fort Campbell news and current events, and the latest financial news. Want sports? Then visit ClarksvilleSportsNetwork.com. Movie listings and weather bulletins? Go to DiscoverClarksville.com. And for all you bikers, visit ClarksvilleMotorcycle.com. You'll find everything you need on the Clarksville Online Digital Network. Clarksville Online. We are Clarksville.
The Big 1400 WJZM.
Do you want to come back?
No.
Do you want to just...
Miss Sanford and I were talking.
Just stay on break?
Yeah, we're talking about...
Do you want to come back?
She's the principal at Carmel Elementary School.
I don't want to upset the principal.
And we were talking about her riding off into the sunset, and she says it's such a great place that she wants to work all the time. She wants to work for free. So at least you heard that. She wants to give one for the team. You don't have to worry about her getting...
Now she is coughing.
She doesn't have to worry about like that. So, you know, what are you looking at? You've got, what, 3 weeks before Christmas break. So that's kind of a crazy time.
It is.
And the kids are excited. And then you get ready for your Christmas concert, December the 14th. And so then you come back after the first year and you're ready for the home stretch.
Home stretch.
Of another year.
Of another year. Exciting times.
With the caramel coats going through it. The idea of what the young kids, what do you find most interesting about the young kids? Is it their curiosity, or is it their how they have embraced technology? And I say technology, I'm talking about computers and phones, cell phones, and is it iPads? Is that, what do you find interesting about?
Well, they've all embraced it, but I think in reality, we all have it. Children are children. Whether they were children in the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or 80s or this generation, we all embraced something. And we all embraced something different. And I suspect all of our parents worried about what we were embracing at the time. But it's their whole curiosity, the sense of innocence. They're just children. They want to learn. They're little sponges. And,
yeah, they do.
They just want to learn whatever it is at that time frame.
But you know what, Ms. Sanford, it seems like they're growing up quicker. And I guess a lot of that is because our culture has so much out there, as you said, for these little sponges to soak up.
Exactly.
And a lot of it is, whoa, you're 8 years old and you know what?
Exactly. You know. But again, I think our parents probably said the same thing about us, and we all turned out pretty okay. We all turned out pretty okay.
I didn't.
Oh.
John didn't. John, and that's why we're in radio. We didn't turn out okay. We had all kinds. But that would be something that the young kids, that curiosity.
The curiosity is wonderful.
That they have going forward and looking at, you know, what they can do. And then everybody, you know, how when you were in elementary school, you knew, I want to be a fireman, or I want to be a nurse, or I want to be a doctor, and then they begin. But you're giving them the opportunity with the STEM programming and with the curriculum that they have to kind of hone in on and find out what makes them, what they're interested in.
Absolutely. And the world has opened up so many new professions and so many new jobs. This group of children, their jobs have not even been invented or thought about yet. When our children graduate from high school and move into college in the world of technology, those are jobs that we are not even there, that they're going to be creating and going into. And that's an exciting thing to think about.
Well, you think about it, and you think about, you know, that you played a part in that.
Absolutely.
And helping them to get started with that. And I know that some of your students from days past come back and see you, and it's interesting to see how they turned out, isn't it?
You know, I have several teachers in my building, some teachers that I actually taught.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I have lots of students in my building that I taught their parents.
Oh.
Maybe that's my sign I do need to write out. I am the grandmother.
Yeah.
But it's a great joy to watch a child go from kindergarten through 5th grade, see them grow up, come back as parents in my building, and see their children again. What a great joy.
Yeah, see that product that you had something to do with molding them. Yeah. Appreciate you coming in.
Loved it.
I hope you have a great Christmas.
Thank you. I hope you all do too. And I'd love to invite you to come out to Carmel, see our school, come be on our news show one morning, and maybe we can work some things out.
Yeah, we could come out there and be on your news show.
We'd love that.
When do y'all broadcast at a particular time?
Every morning we start about 8:50. But if you'll come out, we'll find a time for you guys.
See, John, you're a star. He don't pay any attention.
You can be a television star. My teachers would tell you that you just got voluntold.
By Miss Sanford. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
All right. Miss Roseanne Sanford, she's the principal of Carmel Elementary School. Teacher Thursday here on the Big 1400.
You're in the middle of an extra long sweep of Clarksville's greatest hits. From Stevie Wonder and the Eagles to the Hollies and Steppenwolf. The world famous, the Big 1400 WJZM. famous 1400 WJZM time capsule. If you remember when Crossland Avenue was the main drag through Clarksville, you're going to love WJZM Clarksville. The big 1400 WJZM.
The big 1400 WJZM radio. Right now we're at 54 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high of 64 after the rain moves out. Overnight low to 36 for an overnight low. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, pleasant, 58 for an expected high as we roll into December. Right now we're at 54 degrees in downtown Clarksville, where we've got Greg Walker Sports Talk this afternoon on the radio. On the big 1400, courts will be on from 4 to 6 p.m. Expect the unexpected with Greg Walker here on Sports Talk, the big 1400. And we've got Lady Vols basketball. They will take on, I think they take on East Tennessee. No, it's Central Arkansas they played. They take on Central Arkansas tonight. Airtime immediately following Greg's show. Tip-off around 6:05. Here on the big 1400 with Lady Vols basketball. We got all types of things going on. This weekend, this Saturday, December 2nd, of course, there will be the Christmas parade, but there will be a lots of activities taking place at the downtown Commons and throughout downtown to celebrate the Christmas season. Spirit Fest starts at the downtown Commons at 2 p.m., kicking off with the Northeast High School show choir, the Starlight Grand Performance, Infinity Dance Fitness Academy, and the Clarksville Academy, and the Rossview Singing Hawks. That's all at the Clarksville downtown Commons starting at 2 o'clock. Then at 3:30, the Montgomery Central Elementary School choir will perform, and they will be followed by greetings from Montgomery County Mayor Jim Durrett at 3:45. From 4 to 5, high school choirs from Northeast, Clarksville Academy, and West Creek will share their talent with the crowd on the courthouse steps while awaiting the annual Clarksville Christmas Parade, which starts around 5 o'clock.
That's where...
I would, next year, we've got to get in, we got to have the boombox band. We got to have the boombox band.
Crickets. Oh, sure, we'll do it next year.
Back at the
Do you have a boombox?
Yes.
You do?
No.
Oh, now he's thinking. That's
no.
dangerous, folks. He's thinking.
I think we have one at the church.
Would they let you borrow it?
Yes.
Is it one of those giant ones or is it a small one?
Small one.
Small one.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
They only cost like $29 at Walmart.
You think I'm going to go buy one? Just can we put it in the budget?
Well, yeah, no, probably not.
No.
But it would be so much. We had so much fun doing that. You know, Harvey. We had Harvey.
It's a long ways around.
It is, but you know, we had when we did it.
You rode in Harvey?
No, we had Harvey right there, and we had people, our families in Harvey throwing out candy, but we were marching with the boom boxes up on our shoulders.
You did march.
Yeah.
You did walk behind.
Yeah, for a while.
For a while.
But Harvey was there as a rescue vehicle, you know, to make, so we could sit down.
You had to take a break?
That's right.
What, after the first block?
Yeah, but Saturday is going to be such a great time downtown. The 101st Band is going to be there. They're going to have hot chocolate and the cookies free. Popcorn is going to be provided by Century 21 Platinum Properties. Coffee and cider will be available for sale, and ArcLink will be there to offer some painting tips. Painting fun for everybody that's connected with it.
Boy, that sounds like a lot of
downtown
fun.
this Saturday. Starting,
changing my mind.
Yeah, starting
that might
around 2
actually
o'clock.
be fun.
Yeah, you could go down there, bundle up. Make sure you bundle up, because I think it's supposed to be near 60 for a high though on Saturday.
Think so?
But after the sun goes down, it gets cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'll get cold.
Yeah, but anyway, we're
It'll be all right.
Yeah, go down. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio.
The best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
I don't know what possessed me to play that.
I love it. I love it. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. And you did something nice for me by playing a Christmas song. I've got a something nice for you. Jim Beam.
Jim Beam, yeah.
That's right. Jim Beam. Whiskey. They're supposedly selling a new smart decanter on his website, and this pours a shot when you tell it to. It's kind of like that Amazon
Jim.
Echo. You know.
Say, Jim, could you pour me a shot?
Say, Jim.
Yeah, could you pour me a shot?
Can you? It's like, like that Amazon Echo, your own personal bartender. Now, the promo kind of makes it seems like it was makes it seem like it was a joke though, and the website says that this is currently sold out, but you can go to jimbeam.com and see this new.
I'm gonna go look at that.
Yeah, this new.
Can you imagine that?
Decanter.
Pour me a drink, Jim.
Say,
Jim, that's a nice shot of whiskey.
No. 1400 WJZM Radio, 54 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today of around 64. The rain, minimal at best. Tonight, 36 for an overnight low and mostly sunny and pleasant as we start the first day of December tomorrow. Expect a high of around 58 degrees. You ready for some good news?
I am.
Time for some good news. I mean, and if you read, if you were reading this story, even if this guy bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, he still wouldn't have had the kind of return on his investment. You see, it starts, a woman from New Jersey, her name is Kate McClure, ran out of gas in the middle of the night last month in Philadelphia. And a 34-year-old homeless guy named Johnny Bobbitt Jr. helped her out. She didn't have any cash, so he walked to the nearest gas station and used his last $20 to fill her tank up. She went back to later repay him, but but she also wanted to do more. So she set up a GoFundMe page this month, and that went viral. Now it's up to about $400,000.
Huh? What?
$400,000. It turns out that Johnny, a former Marine from North Carolina who ended up on the streets after a series of, quote, bad decisions and bad situations. But now Kate is helping him make some good decisions. She got him a financial advisor to help make sure that he doesn't burn through all that money, and they've set up 2 trust funds for him. He'll be able to draw a small monthly salary from one of them, and the other one is a retirement account. His plans are pretty modest so far. He just wants to buy some land with a small cabin someday. But for now, he's happy to be off the streets, and he's going to buy the truck that he's always wanted, a 1999 Ford Ranger.
Well, at least he's not buying a brand new one. I mean, he's buying an older truck.
Well,
so that's
yeah,
good.
you know, it seems like he has...
It means he'll be frugal with his money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of going, I'm going out and buy me a 2018 Cadillac pickup truck.
Escalade.
Escalade.
Yeah.
It's only $100,000.
Yeah, but I think that's a good idea. And I think that, you know, her getting the financial advisor to help her.
That's good.
Yeah,
that is really good.
That's a good story.
I do like
we
that
We end November with a good story.
Note. Yes.
You know, so I'm glad.
Because tomorrow, no telling what will happen.
Oh.
Kim Jong-un might be the new coach of Tennessee. I don't know.
I think he'd say no, too. The Big
so?
1400 WJZM Radio this Thursday with Chuck and John. Thank you for being here. We always look forward to being with you as we close out the month of November and get ready for December. Hopefully we'll get a chance to say welcome to December tomorrow. Till then, be well, my friend. Bye-bye.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. unpredictable affair. And when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.